In a quaint town nestled between rolling hills, the annual Harvest Festival was the highlight of the year. Residents prepared for weeks, eagerly anticipating the tradition that had been passed down for generations. The atmosphere was festive, filled with laughter and the scent of baked goods. But beneath the cheerful facade lay a web of darker themes. Tradition. As the townsfolk gathered, they clung tightly to the rituals that defined their identity, despite whispers of discontent from the younger generation. Conformity. Each person wore a mask of enthusiasm, conforming to the town's expectations, even as doubt crept into their minds. Violence. The excitement of the lottery masked an unsettling truth. The winner would face a fate no one dared to question. Fear. In hushed tones, a few spoke of their fears, sensing that this year might be different, that the lottery could bring unforeseen consequences. Mob mentality. As the lottery box was brought forth, the crowd buzzed with nervous energy, their collective psyche intensifying the atmosphere of dread. Human nature. Observing the faces around her, Clara pondered how easily people could turn against one another when tradition demanded it. Sacrifice. Each year, one life was sacrificed for the perceived greater good, a disturbing notion wrapped in the guise of community bonding. Bystander effect. Many had witnessed injustices in the past but chose silence, hoping the horrors wouldn't touch them. Ritualism. The ritual itself was performed with robotic precision, a hollow mimicry of what it once meant, now stripped of its original significance. Blind obedience. As Clara approached the lottery box, she felt the weight of blind obedience heavy on her shoulders, challenging her beliefs. Isolation. Those who questioned the lottery felt increasingly isolated, their views marginalized by the overwhelming majority. Social commentary. The festival was a sharp reminder of societal norms that often go unchallenged, encouraging Clara to reflect on her own complicity. Crisis of conscience. In the moments before the lottery commenced, Clara's heart raced with a crisis of conscience. Could she stand by and allow this to happen? Desensitization. The townsfolk had become desensitized to violence, their hearts hardened by years of participation in the gruesome ritual. Hope and change. As the drawing began, Clara made a decision. She would speak out, igniting a flicker of hope for change amidst the shadows of tradition. As Clara stepped forward, she could feel the weight of generations behind her. "We must question our choices," she shouted, her voice cutting through the tension. The crowd fell silent, and for the first time, the people looked at each other, not as participants in a cruel tradition, but as individuals capable of change.